Evan, we were talking to our buddy Sam Stout about you, and he said that you're known as one of the hardest trainers and the guy that always goes inside of the gym. Is that the case now, or have you been able to reel things back?
I've definitely reeled things back a little bit. I'm learning the train smarter, not harder, always nowadays. But I still train pretty darn hard. So, the big thing for me is keeping my body healthy, which I haven't been very good at in the past. But now I'm doing a really good job at it. So that's probably the big change. But I still get after it when I get after it.
What are some of the changes that you've made to make sure that your body's healthy in between fights?
Less. I used to be. I like to lift weights a lot. Now I do less weightlifting, more functional stuff, and I actually feel stronger now than I did then because my body's actually able to move the ways it's supposed to, as opposed to being all beat up. And I contribute that to my strength and conditioning coach, Corey Goodwin. He's been helping me a lot, putting Humpty Dumpty back together again, so to speak. So,
do you like these blood and guts type fights? Because I think most of the fans, they see you and they see the type of fights that you're in, they assume that you like these. Is this what gets you excited about MMA?
I just like to fight. The feeling you get when you get in there and it's just raw and real, and it's just scrapping at that point is something that you can't duplicate. So I do like those. But nowadays I'm just trying to win fights as opposed to put it on a good show.
When you assess your abilities, I think everybody considers you a very well-rounded guy with a slight affinity for the grappling. But what do you think you've improved the most over since you've come into the UFC?
I think I've improved on everything. I don't think there's a single aspect that I haven't improved dramatically. So.
Anything in specific, when you look at your overall game, is there one specific area where it's like, okay, I know I have gains here. Yeah, I've improved everywhere, but in this specific area, I'm better than I was 2 months ago?
No, I'm always trying to build everything, and I try to keep everything balanced too. So, I'm not trying to be one of these guys that's really good at one thing and then gets obsessed with another. And you see it a lot. Sometimes the wrestlers come out and they're just monsters, and then they fall in love with their hands. I just try to keep everything balanced.
Mental state. Is there something that you work on to be as mentally sharp as you need to be? You seem like an even keel guy, a different when the cage door closes. How do you stay mentally strong? Is it something that you work on, or is it just in your genetics?
I don't think about it too much. I just let things happen, and I just know that no matter what, I'm going to give it 100%, no matter where I'm at, and just to stay cool and trust my training, and that's about it.
When you look at this division, I think most people believe it's one of the deepest divisions in the world. Is the goal just to be a professional athlete, make your living competing, or I think most fighters want to become a UFC champion? And if so, have you mapped out how you need to get that done?
My goal is to be the best possible fighter that I can be. And when the time comes that I'm done, which isn't anytime soon, that I can look back and say that I accomplished, and whatever I did accomplish, and I achieved the level because I was the best fighter that I could possibly be.
You say that you're still not looking about leaving the sport of mixed martial arts, but it's a theme that we're hearing from a lot of fighters that maybe they didn't consider life after fighting before. Now they're considering an exit strategy from the sport. Is it something that you're thinking about? Obviously not retiring anytime soon, but do you think about life after fighting?
Oh yeah, I got plans. I'm not going to be one of those guys that will retire and then be like, what do I do? I definitely got things that I'm working on every single day. So.
Anything you can share? Are we going to see an Evan Dunham school somewhere?
Yeah, I actually already have one.
Yeah.
It's already here in Las Vegas, jiu-jitsu gym here in Vegas. It's just jiu-jitsu, not really an MMA gym. It's not too far from here, and having a lot of fun with it. Not even open a year, and it's been pretty successful. So, I go in there and it's, not really a job. I go in there and have fun and, get to work with some really great guys and kids, and, that's part of it, but, that's not all of it.
Is that an easy balance? Obviously, you're trying to stay healthy. You're working on sharpening your skills. You got an academy you have to worry about. Where's the balance? How do you make sure everything is where it needs to be to make sure you're successful?
Just slow down. When I try to get too worried, that's been a big theme, for my life in general in all aspects, is instead of just trying to get things done right away, slow down and do things right, and take my time and enjoy the ride.
How do you know that you're doing the right things?
Success. When things start working out the way that you want them to work out or better than, you expect it to, that's when you're doing things right.
Talk about this fight with Joe Lozon. I think a lot of people believe it's probably going to be one of the fights people are talking about of these 3 days. Does that concern you at all? But as you mentioned, you can just go out and win fights. Don't worry about how the fight's going to play out.
Yeah, I don't really care how it plays out. I just want to win.
There's, again, because with a lot of emphasis and a lot of people are looking at the Jose Aldo Conor McGregor fight to take the spotlight. Do you care about spotlight? Because you get a spectacular victory, people tend to notice, and then these imaginary rankings, you go up, and then higher profile fights, bigger opportunities, more spotlight. Do you think about all that stuff, or is the focus just go out and get the job done?
So again, I just try to slow down. So slow down. I take my next thing is, I got some stuff to do today. Outside of here, go take care of that. Make weight tomorrow. Go eat. Go fight.
Are you having fun doing this? I've talked to so many fighters. They say the payoff is inside of the cage. Go out and have a great time. It seems like you're having a great time when you get inside the cage. Is that still the goal for you?
Yeah, definitely. There's times where it's tough, outside of the fight. But every time, even if you have a little doubt in your mind and just like, oh, this is getting weary. This is getting long. I've been here a long time. As soon as you step out of that cage, you're like, oh yeah. That's right. That's why I do this. It's a good reminder. So, and you just have to remind yourself of that before you go in and through those hard times.